Hey guys, welcome back to Friday Night Fun on Mabeanie Games, and I'm playing City Skylines for the first time on this channel, which, I don't know, I go through my little phases, and it doesn't mean I don't like a game, it just means that I get sick of playing it constantly. Like, early 2018, I was playing heaps of Sims, I was playing heaps of City Skylines, a little bit of Dawn of War, and then I started doing lots of V8 Supercars after I finished uni, so I go through my phases, and I was going to do V8 Supercars today on the PlayStation, but I just thought, I don't really want to do this. So I'm playing more City Skylines, and I hope that the audio sounds a lot better, because it should be in well, at least a lot better compared to the last time. So I'd have to do a little thing. We haven't got a lot of power, what's going on here? Why haven't we got a lot of power? We should pause. Guys, most of the game you spend just working out where everything goes. So we've got all of these turbines, wind turbines. What are they called? Yeah, wind turbines. And they're just not doing what we want them to do. How much money have we got? Apparently we have infinite money. Can we turn that off? How do you turn that off? Why is it, yeah. Let's go back to the main menu. We'll load it back up without that mod running. I like a little bit of legitimacy sometimes. Oh, piss off with all this. I'm not gonna buy expansion pack, it's fine. Get a Paradox account, yeah, no thanks, not interested. Content manager, mods. There's one that's on that I don't really want to be on. Yeah, unlimited money. Alright, boom. Now let's get back into Ultimus Maximus, which is apparently the name of the city. I just watched a movie called Birdman, which stars Michael Keaton, who is famous for being Batman in 1990. The Tim Burton Batmans. There's always something good about those sorts of Batmans. Alright, so we've got 13 grand, and we can't afford an power plant. Alright, is this gonna solve our problem? Yes. Right. Apparently we're struggling with water up there. Why is that? Do not allow a water pumping station to be built. What? Hang on, let's pause this. So, a water tower is built on polluted soil. The water will get contaminated. A water tower requires a water drain pipe to work properly. Road connection not required. What kind of pollution have we got going on around here? None. Except for that truck. Oh, that's not a truck, okay. There's some pollution going on there, but that's because that's what the dump. Yeah, it's a terrible area. Hillside Square. Are those real places, or did I make all of them up? Alright, let's, I've got the lyrics of. There's a song. I've been kind of reviewing the Starbomb albums and just thinking what makes them good. Are they good? And asking big questions. I thought, bloody hell. Go on around here. Well, money's coming in, so it's not too bad. And there's a truck that needs to pick up some stuff there. I think it's great that there's a lot of customization in some of these areas. There's some houses being built. Good stuff. Upgrades. Oh. What's traffic like? It looks like it'll be pretty terrible over here. Oh, let's see. This place. I remember this place. Yeah, I just kind of made a big square there and went, yeah, screw it, who cares? Oh, there's going to be some traffic troubles. Look, there's traffic troubles in every city. And I know the strategies that teach you how to do it, but it's up to me to decide whether I want to be good at it. And Fun Not Fun is not about me being really good at every game I play. And look, there's all sorts of problems that keep cropping up in this game. Apparently you need electricity. It just keeps cutting out. It's not a good thing. So wildly inconsistent for the power. We've got a lot of huge electricity issues. Nothing being fixed by having. Apparently we've got a huge availability. Consumption is lower than production. Why are there these constant blackouts? Disconnected. It's weird. Oh, the dead guy. Oh, that's a good point. Okay, good. We have a medical clinic, but we need a graveyard. Yeah, this is gonna be problematic because having a dead guy, I've had an entire city almost completely wiped out by suffering from lack of cemeteries. So we're just going to be hoping that the money comes in. How often does the money come in? Every day? No? The middle of every day? I guess the middle of every day. And we need 8 grand. Yeah, so I watched Birdman. It's a very interesting movie. Because you start off watching it and you go, I don't really know what's going on. By the end of it you go, oh my god, what is up with this movie? In a good way. Because it's about, it's when you're watching it you're going, oh, this is about Michael Keaton. Because it pays a lot of reference and homage to his career. But at the same time, it reaches this, it gets a little bit I don't know if melodramatic's the right word. But the main character was his name, Regan, I think his name is, and he just goes crazy at the end. But in an interesting sort of way, like he's going crazy, but not in a way like he's just gonna blow his head off on stage, because he doesn't really want to do that, and he pulls this ridiculous stunt at the end. I'm kind of spoiling the entire of the movie. But it's not about what happens, it's about how it's played out. And it's really interesting that there's so many dynamics about the movie. There's all these different characters having sort of all these different relationships. And it's very interesting. Alright, so we're gonna need... So, anyway, let's have a look. What kind of residential have we got going on? How do we... There's a way to tell what's what, right? Zoning. So I got my zoning there. That's industrial farming over there. So we don't have to worry about that. We just need to stick a cemetery down. Where do we put the cemetery? There's a... okay. You gotta think about, let's not waste too much area at places. Okay, see, look at that. There's a big orange there. I don't know what's up with that, but it looks pretty bad. Look at our health clicked there. And I think that once we've done that, should start to tidy itself up in, at least in health, because health's important if you care about it. I know, life's very interesting, because you sort of go through things that you can't comprehend while they're happening to you, and then after they've happened to you, you go, wow, that was... You don't realise you were in the tunnel until you get out of it, and it's hard. And some people completely cut themselves out of existence, I guess, when they're going through some difficulty mentally. Man, how do I need to crank up the budget while I'm talking philosophy. Can we crank up? Let's put it a bit there. How do I put more money into electricity? What does it do? Hire more people, produce more electricity with a higher budget. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's crank that up. We don't need all of it all the time, but I think that might do it a bit better there. There we go. Right, now we've got this bit of a pollution problem going on. How do I solve this pollution problem? And more importantly, how do I have... Now hang on. Where is it being pumped out? There. So we got all the good stuff coming in from here, and then the bad stuff being pumped out there. So it makes sense that it takes a long time for this area to get it sorted out, because the pipe has to go too far. So is that looking alright? Give it a bit. Sort of. Yeah. Looking good. And the house got upgraded. Good stuff. Uh-oh. What's going on over here? This place is messed up. Why is it like that? Do I suddenly need to just crank up the budget on everything or something? Is it just sewage treatment isn't very good? I've got a lot of water, we haven't got a lot of treatment. Should I have more treatment? No, how do I... My goodness. That's sewage production. We're getting more... Actually, we're on equal grounds there. We're pumping more water in than we are draining. Interesting. So, capacity, that's the important bit, the capacity. Right? So there's different buildings. Yeah. We'll just put another one down. It doesn't matter. And it also needs a bit of electricity. Man, we're just on the verge of running out of money all the time. see. Might take a little while. There we go. Do all these problems sort themselves out? Well, they don't sort themselves out. I'm over here. I should probably change the sort of industry it is, because, well, let's have a look. So what's this? This is a power building, right? It's a coal power plant. So at some point we want to completely get rid of it. And that's part of the problem there. We got a lot of power, we got a lot of everything. The city's kind of working, so we'll just we'll leave it, and I'll just keep talking about all the great stuff that's been going on. I haven't done a Friday Night Fun for a while, and I think it's mainly because there hasn't been a Friday that hasn't been noisy in this house, and so I've just kept trucking along. And for a few months, it's gone through. Well, I mean, what I was just talking about then, my philosophical discussion was sort of, I had been a little bit in the depths, being all unhappy, is really what I was, dissatisfied with myself. And so I spent all that time being upset and blaming myself and blaming everything under the sun. But it doesn't change anything. But what really got me out of it was, because part of the issue was there was a friend of mine who I hadn't spoken to in a long time, not because I hadn't tried to talk to them, but because they hadn't replied, and it turned out they'd lost their phone, and so that was a ridiculous occurrence. That was the reason that we hadn't been in touch, was because he lost his phone. But we got along really well, and I wanted to continue to talk to him, and so we just needed to. And I think the other thing was probably that I don't know, maybe I'm more empathetic than I believe that I am. And I have become more emotional in the last couple of years, and so I guess it all just comes together at some point where, you know, you have another birthday and you go, what am I doing with myself? And it's pretty depressing. But yeah, then my friend found his phone again, and I'd sent a text, just sort of thought, well, you know, I do want to continue this friendship, so another text. This is probably like the 100th text or phone call that I'd sent, that I'd made to this guy to get back in touch with him. And so then the phone rings while I'm eating lunch one day and listening to a podcast, and so then I answer the phone. Oh, it's him. Great. Let's organise to go have drinks. And so we've gone back in touch, and some winding up again, and getting back into things and being excited, and it's good. And then it's funny that at the same time as that, my friend Eisner Amato has got seasonal depression, and so he said the other day that, you know, he's been down the dumps because of his seasonal depression. And so it's like a polar opposite going on there. I've just come out of my being down in the dumps, gotten back on the horse, and then, I mean, this is an issue for him that's been recurring, and he understands why it's happened. But for me, I didn't really, because I don't need a diagnosis. My issue is, I can work it out myself, alright? I know what I'm not happy about. But there's a lot of stuff that I don't understand, and psychology and mental illness. Mental illness is probably not the best way to describe it. Mental health. I don't understand that sort of stuff very well. But I know that, I'm not going to drop off the face of the planet. I want to keep going. I just know that sometimes I'm pretty down in the dumps, and that was one of those times. And you don't tell anyone about it because you don't, or maybe you do, you tell them all the tiny little things all the time, and it doesn't feel big until you get out and you go, okay. I guess I've been through that. That's no good. What the heck was that? But anyway, Ultimus Maximus, this great city, is doing well. Yeah. But apparently I'm just a very in-depth person in everything I talk about. Well, I don't know. I talk about whatever I'm interested in. And watching Birdman really got me excited about it. It probably motivated me to come and talk about the topic here on Friday Night Fun. Because it's an interesting subject, and sometimes people need to hear things. Alright, what's going on here? Weird. Crying out loud. Crank it up. 123. We keep cranking up all the stuff until the city's capacity in its various ways levels up. When do we level up? What do we have to... so we got our population here. We've got a goal that we have to reach. That's the thing, right? Policies, landscaping. If I just go into this, it tells you about the leveling that you get to do. This is just our banking, and these are all mini bits. Road tolls. We don't have those in South Australia. Good thing too. I would not want to drive if I had to pay road tolls. But they have them in Melbourne. They probably have them in Sydney as well, because those are much bigger cities there. Got 6-7 million people, while Adelaide's only got 1.5 million. It's pretty small comparatively. How do I level up? What's all these little extra bits? Are they... No, this is... Oh, this is cool. Except it didn't tell you anything. Okay. Place is just gonna keep on upgrading. How do you know to level up stuff? This is city information, city attractiveness. I don't care. City's going well. I'm just kicking the little goals. Unique buildings, parks and plazas. Oh, they changed the icon for that. I didn't know that. How do I know when the city levels up? I guess it's when I hover over these things, right? Reach population of 4,800. Alright, we're getting there. And as we go, these zones, like the houses will become more valuable, more people will want to do more things. But the problem is, it's about capacity, and I'm just concerned that the capacity is not there for this city. So I'm not gonna... When the money keeps pouring in, we don't know about the money, and the population is slowly increasing because we've got 30. Well, we're getting 25 person a day, 34 the next. It's going, it's happening, that's for sure. We can speed it up a little bit. It's doing its thing. And eventually, there might be a new problem that crops up for whatever reason. What, do we have, what's our other capacities like? We've got a police station and a fire station. It's all good stuff. Education, yeah, we got it all working on. What the heck was that? A public library. We don't have anything like that. We've got a high school. We have no public libraries because they weren't in the game the last time I played this particular save file. Whatever. It's all good. Just want to reach that 4800. We had a recording session for Same Industries yesterday. And it was good fun recording session. Personally, I don't think the Borderlands episodes were that exciting, but I just know Marty seems to think that because of the way we're having the videos edited, the editing style's changed for us. We're going to be changing. He just seems to think that because of the new editing style of chopping out all the boring bits, there's going to be that it doesn't matter if if I felt that we spent a lot of time being quiet. And I said, oh, that's because we didn't have enough sugar in us, because we just consume a huge amount of sugar. Well, we have a bag of Skittles between us and a packet of Doritos, and then we have a whole bottle of 2-litre Coke, and that's our sugar. And we don't even finish the Skittles or Doritos usually. For some reason, we even got a really big bag of chips, a really big bag of Doritos, and that was cool. I liked it. That was a thing that we could get. But yeah, Same Industries, having a good time, and my channel is having a good time. Supercars Mabeanie is going. I've released 3 Supercars videos so far, 3 proper Supercars videos, not including the 2 prediction videos that I've done for 2018 and 2019. But the major videos that I have made, the retirement video, the Simona Di Silvestro video, and the Scott McLaughlin video, they've all done well. They've all impressed me. The Scott McLaughlin one, I'm basically waiting for it to beat the Simona video. I haven't started work on the next video, and I give it about a 4-month period of time for the video to have run its course. But I have a goal this year to make 4 Supercars videos, not only made 1. So am I going to make 3? Because people want content, and if they've already seen a video, are they going to want to wait the amount of time they have to wait? Alright, we'll get an issue. So, got a huge electrical capacity problem going on here. So we've got production's really good, consumption's not very good. So we have a lot of electricity, but the flow sucks. That's the impression I'm getting from it. And it's pretty problematic, so let's have a look. So we've got our, let's put another wind turbine in. Let's put it a bit closer to, where we are there. And we'll just keep the game running so it hooks everything up like that. And we've got these power lines there. We'll just run a lining up to there. So production shouldn't be a bad thing, right? Why is consumption bad? There must be videos on this sort of thing. Right, so we've got this issue here with this. Is that a school? I think, is that the high school? But another thing I was talking about was Starbomb. So the new Starbomb album came out recently. Starbomb is a band made by Dan Avidan of Ninja Sex Party fame and Game Grumps fame, and also Igoraptor. And Ninja Brian from Ninja Sex Party. And also he's been in Game Grumps videos as well, but mostly Ninja Sex Party. And so Starbomb's their little collaboration project, and it's basically Ninja Sex Party meets Igoraptor. That's what it is. It's mostly, they do rap tunes a lot, and they've pretty much got a really good thing going. But this third album, I haven't been impressed by. None of the songs really get me excited about it. None of the songs feel like they've put a lot of passion into it, or that there's something missing. None of the songs are great. The previous two albums I'm gonna stress that I haven't listened to every song on the new Starbomb album, but I listened to all the ones that are popular. If a song's popular, it's probably good. And if a song isn't good, then it's just unfortunate. And you can't trust everything that you read. So at some point, I'm going to have to buy the album. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I will have to do it. Let's get this sped up a bit more. Have I finished my tea? Man, I just sped through it. I don't want to do the dishes. Oh, it's raining. That's cool. That pollution is not going to go away for a while. Look how close it is to... Look at the road, it's polluted there, so you can see it looks pretty bad. It's got this burger place, I guess, next to it, whatever it is. Oh, hang on, that's not looking good. Stop! Right. Emergency. Emergency. We have to... What do we do? Let's have to have a good look at what sort of facilities we can provide to a new suburb. And the other thing is, there's the power station. So I'm thinking, can I buy a new area? Oh, I see, there's a milestones button. I'm close to 4800, and you get all these capacities, and it's great. You can do all these extra things. Alright, so I want to buy this area because it's closer to the power station. And it's going to cost me 4200, so that's fine. Alright. So, where's the road going to come from? So we're going to have to rip it out of somewhere. It doesn't matter where the road comes from. Well, yes it does. It does matter. So we've got our little road here. So we're going to upgrade that. The problem is we also want to upgrade it to be a bigger capacity place. We're going to get a medium road. So we're going to upgrade it too. But it's going to take out some of these places. It's going to smash that one. How's it going to do that? Well, that's really laggy. My computer, it has some issues and I need to fix them. Not quite sure how it's going to do it though. Alright, so we're gonna knock out blip, blip. Right, and then we're gonna put in a new. What the heck is that? An elevation step. We're not really interested in that. Alright, so that's just going to hook up to that. We're going to run it out to here, where this road is. We're going to knock out the end bit. Blip. Alright, and we're going to go back to building it. Building this road. And the road's going to run out to here. Alright, and then we're gonna we're gonna put in a bunch of new housing. So stop that. Put in some little roads. Right, put a road here. And highlight that. And then we're gonna. I like little guides, but I'm not sure about a lot of them. I guess it's just doing whatever it thinks best to do. So, now we're gonna have this like that. Like that, like that. Okay. And you want to sort of maximize what you got. So that. We'll hook that in there. Alright. So we've got stuff there. And now we're going to run a pipe to there, to there. Alright, whatever. Doesn't look nice, but it works. Alright, so let's clickety clackety. These little areas here are going to be the best areas if you're anyone to live in. I don't think anyone's going to want to live in any of the other areas. So about here. And we'll just leave it like that. And see what sort of issues crop up. Like, what sort of capacity, what sort of services can reach that area. So there's going to be some issues for those sorts of things. You see this, oh, what the heck was that? Big blackout. Because I've knocked out a power line here, that's why. During my intense developments. Look. Look. Alright. Apparently, that was the only place where there was a connection. And then it all hooks up and everyone goes, I can't believe the entire city is just dangling on a wire. Right, so some houses coming, they're all residential. And hopefully the people leaving the city will decrease. Because I don't want to see that number getting higher. Yeah, it's dropping, alright. Alright, so now I've got the other issue of let's go there. Alright. And just hope that they all sort of hulk up. That's all good. There we go. The building. Yay. Awesome. Alright. Yeah, I like this game, it's got lots of fun challenges. I don't know what the heck is it? There's a fire. Where's the fire mean? Can they make it? Yes. Because we have 2 fire stations. There's some blue houses. Because they have low fire hazards. Although some of those places have got really high fire hazards. What sort of stuff we got going on here? Alright, it looks like we can kind of make it work there. So we need to put some more services up this area. Even though there's no major demand for it, we're just gonna say, hey, we've noticed that you are lacking in these areas. So they're gonna be happy. Genuinely happy. It's the best kind of happy. Lots of little complaints. Little things to get you excited about making things better. Is this just a regular road? It's not. It's a triple lane. So this is bigger, apparently, than the other one. So what's... Just because it looks different, isn't it? It's funny. Alright. So we need to get to 4,800, so... There's a lot of demand for jobs, so... we're gonna watch that population number because we want it to reach 4,800, then we can start building on what we've got. And not to mention, if there's more demand for jobs, that'll keep the industry on its feet, and that's what we want. The industry needs to have a large supply of people, and then it can do all sorts of things. The potential's all there. You just need to have people banging on the door saying, oh, I want to work here, I need to work here. And it needs to work. So, it's commercial, they're residential, it's pretty expensive in some areas. There's not a lot of commercial, and we don't need a lot of commercial. I don't think we need a lot of anything, and anything that we do have just needs to be very high. Good stuff, all working. It's a bit of a crummy city. That's why you always start a new game. You always go, oh, I need to do better, I need to make everything a billion times better than it is. So, population income is dropping. Oh no, as I said that, as I've noticed that, it's increased a little bit. Still well. Woo! I'm just tired. I was thinking of watching The Revenant immediately after watching Birdman, because The Revenant is obviously that big movie that Leonardo DiCaprio um, that Leonardo DiCaprio starred in, and that was his Oscar movie. Population's dropping, income's dropping. Right, so now we stop it and we start looking at. There's a lot of demand for. So what do we got? Are these all owned? Doing a lot of. No, not a lot of anything. There's just a couple of areas that we can really fix. Well, maybe not fix, but add to. Because there's enough electricity will run through there. Having, what's traffic like here? It's gonna be a bit of an issue. There's a lot of. There's roads here, dirt roads, because it's supposed to be, it's a country area, but there's shitloads of cars. We'll do that. And boom. There's such high demand that it instantly kicks into gear. And some buildings are being constructed. It'll drop a little bit, but that's good. We do want to see the pressure to be high. But it's amazing. All I had to do was build us a little bit of residential, and the whole thing dies. And then I dropped the industry a little bit, so there's a commercial bit here, little area. Anyway, maybe I should make like different sectors, but you just can't do all that sort of stuff on day one, so you've got to sort of plan it out. And that's why you do have those, I think you do have plan options in this game somewhere. So yeah, I thought there was a thing you could do. So we've got a little residential over here. There's not a lot of demand for it, but it's slowly picking up. And as it does that, the population will increase and we'll get that milestone that we're looking for. I've got a blocked nose. I don't know. You just can't get away with anything. And someone posted a comment on the same industries channel saying that they've I think they didn't. I replied to it, and I'm just I don't know if English is their first language, and it might not be, but I think they've asked when our next upload is, but it's not what it says. It doesn't say that in the clearest sense, so I've just said, could you rephrase that? Maybe I didn't use my manners, but nice fire going on there. Hey! Put out that fire. Put it out. Yeah. Didn't even see him bringing the hose out, he just shot it with his water pistol. And the whole thing was extinguished. We want some industry, we've got a huge forest here. Hmm? Let's do that. Natural resources, look at it, it's huge. We've got some gas, we've got some, well that's ore. We've got some fertile land for farming, that's why I've got the farming area. We've got forest, and there's a little bit of, yeah, just a lot of ore. And then we'll just put our bit there in the middle of nothing. But you have to do this thing to decide what exactly it's going to be. So what? I can't remember what the thing is. You go into zoning to do it, yeah. So if I specify it and say you have to be an ore industry thing, it's not going to be very destructive. Alright, so now we're going to take this big road and we're going to plop it. We're going to grab it and we're going to extend it. And we're going to do our little page up, page down. Boop. 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 That. Bottom across. And then we're just gonna bring it down a couple like that. And we're just gonna run it through there. It's gonna be a pretty expensive area, but we'll just stick we're gonna have to put a road in. To go over to there. Alright, so we've got natural resources. And none of that's a big problem there. It's going to be a little bit of noise pollution. And a little bit of actual pollution. But we also, it's going to cost a lot of money. Does it need that? Does this thing need water? It uses coal to produce. Those sorts of things need water, but this apparently doesn't need water. What does it need? It just needs to be on, apparently. We'll come up. Right. Where can we find this blue liquid? There's the water. And goodness. That's what sucks about things being in the middle of nowhere. So we're gonna buy this one. I'm a goofball. I didn't think very hard about what we're buying into. So we've got it. And so now we're gonna put a sewage in, and we're gonna put a pump in. And we're gonna run this pipe up to here. And to here. For now. And we're gonna take this power cable, run it over to here. And run it over here like that. And we're gonna put in some industrial with a filling bucket. And we're gonna zone it with a wood zoning. And we're gonna paint it. Alright. Why is it called the Florence Stick Street? And then we press go. There we go. Okay. They're all starting to build up. Good, that's what we want. The forest industry. They've just gone, yes. This is what we need. Oh, hang on. This is important. Oh. Go. Right. Power yourself. What does it mean? At the perimeter around the building. Good stuff. Alright. Industry is doing its thing. Right, the numbers are climbing. The city is getting more powerful. This is what we want. Good. How long have we been recording for? I need to check. 59 minutes. Right, so I'm gonna stop and then start again. Back into it, baby. Back into it. Alright. Anyway, so we're back. And is the number just at 0? No, it is now in the negatives. As it would be. Why wouldn't that be any So, It looks like it's a... I mean, look at it. They've still got some spots that no one wants to live at. See? People are still buying places. They're still... It's not because I got too much of one thing or too much of another. I just gotta let the city do what it's doing. Alright, so now I can add the other side. Take a walk on the wild side. Take a walk on the wild side. Good stuff. Look at that going. Pretty nice. Oh. I wonder these things when I record every time I record a video I sometimes go, why am I doing this? No, who wants to see this? And sometimes you don't know the value of what you're doing when you're doing it. And you go, oh well that's stupid. I'm just playing a video game here. But it's more than that, I'm talking. And I'm saying things, I might be saying words that might mean a lot more. That might mean a lot to anybody who listens to this. I mean, what's likely to happen is it's just gonna be on 0 views. I think that's what the last couple were, I don't know. I just keep doing stuff. It doesn't really matter. And I like to go back and watch my own videos because it's a sign of its time, every video, and that makes it interesting. So the numbers are racking up there. We need more workers. Apparently we need more residential. What do we want that for? These are all, this residential's all good. Packed. Used up. Alright. Good stuff. So now we get back into expanding this spot here. Right, so we're not gonna... So we've got those 2 bits there. I don't want to put too many... Like a 4-way intersection is fine when it works. But the more ways into that intersection, the more traffic it gets. So what I would do is, I can see we've got a different issue here because we've got this pollution that we're trying to avoid. This guy here, and run him through the center. And so we got power that can run from that. We need to run some water through here. Look at that pollution going on there, so we don't want to have too much on one side of what we're doing. So, stick some on the corner there. Have it all like that. Right, and whoever makes a stupid mistake in what house they buy, it's their own diddly dang fault. Right? So now the industry is going to be dropping, the residential is going to be dropping, the commercial is going to be increasing. And I got a blocked nose for some reason. I was thinking maybe I can turn this middle bit here, at the entrance to my town, into a commercial bit. Or you just knock it all down and then just make it the sort of entrance area to the city. And the city itself expands and it grows and grows and grows and grows. Because that's what it does. Alright, so now we've got some services that are just not quite able to reach everything. But that's not actually true. Garbage processing status. We're not processing any garbage. Because we are garbage. It's me, it's the garbage man. So we're using a huge amount of landfill as well. It's 80% full. But when that's finished, we'll get ourselves a incinerator. And start incinerating. So that guy should get his bins empty eventually. Might take a while. We've got industry over here, which is pretty high. And I guess I should do another row for what, they want more workers, do they? Not enough workers. Well, what's the point in getting more industry if there's not enough workers, eh? If we get more industry, we'd have not enough workers still. Won't solve the problem by getting more industry. I'm just looking at the bars and going, I guess I have to get more. So, more people moving in, getting jobs as labourers, because there's such demand that the quality won't be that high, but it really depends on how many applicants there are and stuff like that. A lot of factors that go into it, but it comes down to the basic thing. Would you hire you? Would you give yourself a chance? You don't know if you would. Right, that number's still doing its thing. Still got not enough workers over there. So we'll just keep letting it going, because we wouldn't want to interrupt a process which isn't completed really. Right, so that's completed there. But the residential isn't full yet. And we're so close to getting the 4800. In fact, we might be better off just letting the game slowly adding the numbers. Getting heaps of people every day, apparently. Here we go. Yay! Bah! One more day. Ah, it's dropped a bit more. It's dropping again. It's dropping a heap. There we go. What a weird thing to do. Oil industry specialization. Okay, cool. I thought oil was a thing you could do, or gas, any of those. Policies, new roads, new buildings. An oil power plant, great. Hospital, fire station, police headquarters, tropical garden. None of those are what I was hoping for. So, where can we find oil? Because we hadn't discovered it. Well, we had, but we just are not in oil area. So it doesn't matter to us at all. Still, it would be good if I could just minimize some of this. Yes, we've got oil there, we've got ore. And so this is just all ore where this place is. Okay. What's that? Yeah, it is ore industry. It just still pumps out heaps of bad stuff. So now we're gonna... Stuff. We've got a lot of money. So I guess what we should do is just sort of go through the areas that we can. So oil's pointless to us. Water, garbage. Can we put in a hospital? Would a hospital be a good idea? Apparently it would be. Apparently it would be a good idea. So, let's put it in. And we've got one cemetery. So where can we put that cemetery? There? Is that the right spot for one? Is it the wrong spot for one? I mean, is there really a good spot for a cemetery? That's another question. We have to ask ourselves this question. Do we need another one? Not really. It would be good to have one to service that other area up here. It's not a major problem. Crematorium availability. We don't really need a crematorium because we've got a cemetery. But also, you don't know, you can prevent a future problem. Wow. They're not really that expensive. But it all has fire safety. High school. Elementary schools. Not a lot of schools up here. It would be kind of good if we could put one in. think we'll just let it do its thing while we mess around and have a look at what we've got. Can't do too much at the moment. I've just spent a good amount of money on some of these things. Alright, good times ahead. It's just doing its thing now. We've added some schools, and now the place is getting pretty exciting. Everyone's having a good time. More people are demanding that they live in my city. A lot of interest in living in my city. So, anyway, at this point, I don't even know if I don't want to edit this video, but I have to. So might as well stop now while I'm tired. No, it's 10 o'clock now. I started at 9 o'clock or something. A little bit earlier than that. Right, I'll just press save. Save over my goods. Yes. Alright. See you guys next time. Bye bye.